Today I'm reviewing the MCGRATH Metalmorphosis Eyeshadow Palette. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. So help me keep the channel independent and check out my products at the Amazon link below. So, MCGRATH is a brand I haven't reviewed a ton of, but I've got quite a few of their products. So, I picked this one up, the Metalmorphosis Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. And I'm going to give you some swatches, but my first criteria is packaging, and it's kind of got the standard trademark MCGRATH brand packaging with the little enclosure here. But on an eyeshadow palette, I just find it to be bulky, and it's not very stackable. And if you travel a lot, it's just a little bulky. I know it's her kind of trademark packaging, but for an eyeshadow palette, it just kind of drives me nuts, especially if you travel. It's just a big packaging for 6 eyeshadows, but very beautiful, but not the most practical, and I know some people absolutely love it, so nothing wrong with that. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain denatured alcohol. My third criteria is fragrance, and it does have a bit of a vanilla scent to it, but really no included fragrance ingredients, especially synthetic fragrance, so no issues with that. My fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in the US, so I don't have any issues with that either. My fifth criteria is ease of use, and they apply pretty easily. My one kind of complaint is that, and this kind of drives me nuts with the packaging too, but obviously it's 6 kind of custom created colors. If you use different colors on your brow bone area or eyeliner, you're going to need to use another palette with it, which is, okay, this is my other gripe with it, is that if you're applying it, it keeps closing on you. So, yeah, kind of drives me nuts. But anyway, so let me give you guys some swatches. The only color I really had a little bit of issue with was the plum shade. I just found it to apply a little patchy. And I do recommend using a firm bristled brush. This one I got a Lottie London brush. I love it. The Urban Decay finger brush is also awesome, but let me give you guys some swatches here. But shades are all very beautiful. I'm sure you've seen them online, pictures of them. See, it even makes it hard to swatch with the packaging. But they're all very buildable, pretty pigmented. So definitely going to need another palette though. And just want to mention I'm using my Unicorn Fur color switch, so you can check those out on Amazon. I am selling them, so they're very fun, very convenient, love them. So anyway, so on to the bronze shade. I'm sure you've seen the fun swatches online. The brand does a great job making their swatches look fabulous online, so they've always got fun designs. But anyway, so on to the silver shade. And, you know, obviously a lot of brands have metallics nowadays. These are decent. They're good. But nowadays it seems like, you know, maybe a few years ago, metallic shades were hard to get into and hard to find good ones. Nowadays it seems like a lot of brands have some good ones. Natasha Denona, Anastasia Beverly Hills on the Sultry palette, Urban Decay on their metal palette. So you can find them. They're not as rare as they are. But definitely use a very firm brush. This brush might not even be firm enough in my opinion. I should have used the Urban Decay finger brush, but there's little to no fallout with these shades, so that's always a good thing. They're very buildable, very blendable. My only gripe is that the 2 golds kind of look similar, and the 2 bronzes look kind of similar. Obviously, they're not the same, but they're kind of similar, so... and then one more color, and this is what drives me nuts about this packaging. And the plum shade, which this is the only shade I found to be a little splotchy, but there you go. So there are swatches of all 6 shades. So very easy to use, very buildable, blendable, pretty pigmented. Not a lot of fallout, so always a good thing. So definitely easy to use. My 6th criteria is pigmentation, and they're all pretty pigmented. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. They're all pretty pigmented and buildable. So no issues with that. Just make sure you're using a good firm brush. I know I've read some reviews of people that thought they weren't pigmented or metallic looking enough. And in my opinion, I think they probably weren't using a very firm bristled brush. If you use a fluffy brush, it's just not going to apply as good, and you're going to get more fallout and things like that. So, very pigmented. My 7th criteria is animal testing. And I had to do a lot of digging online, and overall, so if you read the brand description on Sephora, nowhere do they claim to be cruelty-free, which almost every brand that is cruelty-free will claim that they're cruelty-free. So the Pat McGrath brand never really claims to be cruelty-free. Everything I've read pretty much says that the Pat McGrath brand is not cruelty-free. So you can look on one website, and it'll say they are, and another website will say they're not. But after kind of my conclusion of doing the digging and then not seeing it on Sephora's labeled cruelty-free, I think they're probably not cruelty-free. So if you have any links or anything, definitely send them to me, because I'm sure some people will believe that they are, and that's kind of why it's, you know, when there's so much controversy out there on different sites claiming they are and certain sites claiming they're not, I really think if they were, they would write that on Sephora. So until I see that there, I'm going to say that they're not cruelty-free. So my 8th criteria is performance, and with the primer, they last all day. I really do recommend using a primer with these, especially metallic shades. They're just more prone to flaking off during the day and fading and smudging. So I do really recommend using a primer with this. One I like is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. That's a good one. Urban Decay has a good eyeshadow primer that I'm allergic to. So their primer potion has some ingredient that's similar to an ingredient in Pepto-Bismol. It's kind of strange, but I'm allergic to it, so I won't tout them. But a lot of people love it. I wish I could use it. But anytime I use it, the next day I'm got swollen, itchy eyelids. So I've learned my lesson that I am allergic to that and will never try it again. So, but a lot of people love that. So definitely use a primer with this. You're going to have much better results, and you're going to have much less flaking during the day. I did try this without a primer a couple times, and it lasted okay. But like I said, at the end of the day, I was kind of smudging and kind of muddied the colors. So my 9th criteria is price, and in my opinion, $55 is the regular price. For 6 shades, it's pricey. Obviously, you get the beautiful packaging, which drives me nuts, but in my opinion, $55 for 6 shades is expensive. I know they're more a luxury brand, so, but it's still expensive. So it's almost $10 a shadow, which I guess actually if you buy like some of the brands, it is $10 a shadow or more. So I don't know. It's a little pricey. You could get the Sultry palette that have a lot of beautiful metallic shades in it for less. So, and then my 10th criteria is the it factor. And to be honest, there's always so much hype around it, and this brand does a great job doing that. But I think it also builds up people's expectations to get really excited and then inevitably be let down. And I was expecting to be a little more blown away by these, but they're all still very beautiful. But the hype always, you know, I'm sure people buy it because of the hype too. So it works for them. I mean, nothing wrong with building the hype up for your product, but I think a lot of people get let down, and some people are not let down at all, and they love it. So nothing wrong with that. I just think with a lot of new metallic shades coming out by a lot of different brands, I was expecting a little bit more, but yeah, so it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. So overall, this got a 6 out of 10, which I know a lot of people might disagree with. So I'm interested in hearing your thoughts about it. So leave a comment if you've got any thoughts. If you have this or any of the other palettes, I've tried a lot of products. I need to review them all because I haven't reviewed a lot of the Pat McGrath brand products. I can't remember. I've got a lot of stuff to review of hers, but I just haven't done it yet. So, but I want to get this one out in time to maybe help make a decision, or help save you some money, or maybe help you spend some money. So whichever way you want to rationalize it. If you need help rationalizing anything, let me know and I can help you with that too. So anyway, check out my color switchers on the Amazon link, and subscribe if you haven't already. I come with at least one new video every day, and check out nobsbeauty.com. Thank you so much, guys.